We've picked some teams from the FNCS semi-finals lower bracket, and we have to predict how they are going to do in 3 words or less. Let's go. Mongrel and Mr. Savage. In 3 words or less, I'm going to kick us off here. BloodX carry job.
Oof.
If let me tell you something. If our brother BloodX does not show up on the weekend, it might get a bit rocky for Mr. Savage and Mongrel. Let's just say that.
I agree.
I'm gonna go good. Go ahead, Harry.
No, you go. Go on.
Go on.
Good for the game. Good for Fortnite, I guess, is 3 words. Because if they're in grands, we all benefit. Everyone benefits from them making grands. And, hey, Levin, I know you got some sway. Make some zones, make some lobbies go their way. Let's figure it out.
If I could, I would rig it so they win every FN. I'm just letting you know that. If they happen to win FNCS, you would be right to assume I have found a way to rig it for them, because I would love that to happen. Like, I'd absolutely love that to happen.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to go Forecast will carry. Their landing spot and the way it plays now, I actually think this spot is up there, top 5 landing spots on the map now, if not even higher. In the way the whole bottom left is working, their landing spot gets to forecast quicker than anyone else. They set it up quick. They set it up best than anyone else. So it kind of depends on how many forecasts they get. But if they get a lot of forecasts, well, we'll just see them in grands, because I don't see them coming outside the top 25. Even if they call through lower first, they'll be in lowers for the next one. And I just see them qualifying with that landing spot. I think it's too good for them not to.
Give Savage Adderall.
What?
No. That's it. We need this man absolutely pumped full of the greatest drugs money can buy. This man needs to put on the big boy socks and shoes, because oh my god, is it going to be a tough fight? Like, realistically, last season, I mean, they had, the path into grand finals wasn't an easy one. They made it to lower bracket number 3. It was difficult. There was a lot, we had a lucky zone potentially. Realistically, the odds were against them. This season, they've looked a lot better, but they still haven't looked like the team to do it so far. And a lot of that, obviously, we're hoping Savage is on his A game, because, he's going to be the reason why they qualified this season. And BloodX also needs everything on top of that. A lot of stimulants may be required, but I think they have to make it. Like, the storyline has to make it happen. So
I just want to say the views shared by Boop NL are of Boop NL and Boop NL only. FNtasia does not endorse kids doing drugs for the benefit of performance in Fortnite. But I hear what you're saying though, because realistically, the scripts needs to be in their favor. I actually had almost forgotten how last semi-finals went for them, where like the script was perfect. They qualified at the last possible opportunity. We had the whole restart thing that happened, and that shit was so good, bro.
As well.
That shit was so good, bro. Oh my days. Oh man.
I mean, BloodX says he already has it ready, so like, I'm not the only one on the strain here.
But if you're associating yourself with BloodX, like, I don't know if I want to be like, me and BloodX own this together. I don't know if that's the guy I want to be in it with. Okay. Next team. Shout out to Mongrel and Savage, man. Hopefully they make it. I'm gonna let Harry kick this off. This next one. I'm gonna let Harry kick this. This is the last EU team, and then we're gonna get onto some of the NA ones. Queasy and Thomas. Harry, 3 words or less.
Won't make grands.
Ooh.
So, all right.
Wow.
Jesus.
Sizzling hot take.
So I sat this morning. I was getting ready for the podcast. I was like, let me watch some of their games. Let me see if they've, we've had 3 weeks since FNCS. Maybe they fixed their issues. And I've loaded in 3 games, 3 different landing spots, struggling off spawn. And I'm just like, nothing's changed. Nothing within the 3 weeks is any different to it was 3 weeks ago. So my opinion on them hasn't changed. They play the same way. They're not winning games convincingly through height. They're struggling in 50-50 zones. They're the same. I'd hate to say it, because I want to see Thomas win at grands for once, but I don't think this one is his grands. I just think not being the best at your own landing spot, unless they go back to Lavish Left, which doesn't look like they're going to do, not being able to convincingly play the meta at this point, it doesn't fill me with a lot of hope, to be honest.
I want to let I have something I want to say, but I want to let someone else cook for us in case.
Mine's gonna be I don't know how to follow up with that one. I'll be honest.
No, okay, no, I want to respond to what Harry's. I want to respond to what Harry said. I'm convinced Harry gets like this dopamine rush from these hot takes. It's like he lets it fly. Like I know, trust me. I think you believe what you're saying. I don't think you're like lying. Like I don't think you're just trying to be different to be different. I think you believe what you say. I just think you get like this crazy dopamine rush to where it's like it feels so good that you just want to keep doing it.
Yeah.
Do I agree with what you're saying? I mean, so I was watching your stream when you were watching some of their games, and so I understand why you know what you're saying is what you're saying, right? Like they don't look amazing. I just think this format's too easy for them to not qualify.
Mm-hmm.
Like is it like genuinely, I just think this format's too easy for a team of their caliber to not qualify. But if
well, no, that's where I was like maybe on the fence, because the format feels like if I'm saying that, I'm like Queasy and Thomas surely are probably just going to get top 30. I don't think they'll win a game, but are they going to get top 25, top 15? It kind of depends on the landing spot situation. But do I think watching them they deserve to qualify? I don't know. Watching them play if they do, but yeah, I think this is it's a rough season for them, but hopefully, like, you know, I want them to do well. It's as I said, it's good for the game.
Do you?
Yeah, I do. Absolutely, I do. Like, I'm not a hater. I have no bias here. I watch them and I'll say what I see. And if I don't see them playing well, I'll say I don't see them playing well.
I'm gonna borrow a single word here for Harry, and mine's gonna be "don't go to LAN."
That's 4 words. That's 4. That's 4. I had to make sure. I had to make sure.
Because you know the gang of Balkan boys that are going to LAN, they will not be happy with Harry if they see him. It's on site. I'll be honest, like. I can see where you're coming from, and like, you know, sure they haven't looked great, but it's Queasy Thomas HD. You know, they'll end up winning one game in upper bracket round 3 or something, even if they make it there, right? And then they'll just qualify. It's the format's too good. Whether or not they're a contender for an FNtasia winner this season, I think even Queasy would say he's not a contender based off his effort this season and the way he's talked about the season. Plus, there's a nicer addition to his job spot, which is a little timer that they added to Olympus. So either that means that he's going to get really good loots in like a week's time when that timer runs out, or the entire job spot blows up because Queasy's been tweeting too much about the Elite 5K that he's missing.
Knowing Queasy
Epic had enough.
Knowing Queasy, they're getting rid of the drop. Like it's just gonna be gone, you know. Just
that benefits him. That actually benefits him if they get rid of it.
Oh my god, Harry keeps going at him. He won't stop.
Harry wants Queasy's drop deleted.
You know, so
he wants his drop deleted. Did you not see what he said on Twitter? He said he wants it deleted.
So for the viewers who maybe don't know, Queasy was streaming yesterday, Solo Cash Cup, and during the break between finals, he actually reacted to the segment we did talking about him on the pod. And, you know, let's just say he wasn't too pleased with some of the things Coach Harry had to say about him. So I think at some point we're going to have to get Queasy on the show, and it's just going to have to be like the 1v1 between Harry and Queasy. I know for a fact, like, Booper, you're right in what you're saying in that, like, I think they know that this season's studded. But I know for a fact there's a part of Queasy now that just because of Harry and the slander, like he wants.
I'll take 50%. I'll take 50%.
Yeah, whatever they make in grands, they actually need to give a percent to Harry for the motivation. Just because, like the kind of guy Queasy is as well, like. He just wants to prove people wrong, you know.
And
a lot of these guys are there. Yeah, no. For
you
sure.
won't. Probably.
No. You won't get at it, but you'll get like sneak this, you know.
Yeah.
They'll be like, all you clueless people.
Some people didn't think I was gonna make it, you know.
This one's for the haters.
This one's for all the coaches who said
all those ginger coaches now who are hating on me.
SVG, do you have anything? Do you have a
already checked out?
Take?
These guys are so checked out of this season, it seems like, and if they do qualify and they do perform well, it's purely because like they're both some of the best players ever, but it doesn't seem like this season is one that they even care about, or that's what they're just saying, right? They're like, oh, I don't really care that much, because then it like takes the pressure off you, because being one of the top teams consistently, you're always expected to do well, and maybe you're trying to alleviate some of that pressure. I don't know, but either way, it seems like Queasy, at least on Twitter, is like, oh, the season doesn't count. Like, I don't really care. Not putting effort in.
But remember, this is what I said that they need to do. And it's funny because on stream yesterday, he did say that that is sort of what they're doing. It's like they have to just delude themselves into like this season being not their fault and it's just a dud season, you know? Like, and that's the best course of action for them, because if they actually take a second to think about the season, really, you know, let it affect them, like it would just be bad vibes. Like, you're going to global, you're playing with each other anyway, just accept that this season's a dud, move on, it's not your fault, you know, tell yourself at least it's not your fault regardless, whatever, and then move on, you know? Like, it's they'll be fine, the boys will be fine. I'm just still at that point where like this format is just too easy, and maybe these are like famous last words, but like the format is just too easy for them to not qual in my eyes, you know? It's like yeah, I don't even think I need to get too much into it. They should just qual.
If you enjoyed that clip, make sure you check out the links to our right here to check out the FNtasia podcast and subscribe to see more of the FNtasia podcast.